How to survive the smear campaign. This is Yasira, the spiritual samurai. If you're a truth speaker or a truth seeker, you know you're going to encounter a lot of opposition. There's going to be a lot of people that will not like you. They may not like what you're saying, or maybe they don't like your delivery, or maybe they don't like your face. Maybe they're just a hater and they just can't get enough of you. Whatever the case is, you need to learn how to not give a fuck what they think when you know that you're in the right. You have to walk around like you have that armor. That is, you have to walk like you're covered with the divine light protection. You really have to have all the confidence in the world. The type of confidence that cannot be destroyed by anybody in this earth. You have to be able to stand on the truth and don't let nothing move you from your position. You have to stand firm with your convictions. If you're a person who's about justice, if you're a person with a moral code, you're not going to be liked in this world. This world is going to hate you because we live in a world full of corruption and cruelty. If you're not one of them, they know, and you'll never be one of them. And that's okay, because if you're not one of them, that means that you were chosen. It means that you're not from this world. You're not from here. And that's okay. Start embracing it. Start embracing it. And even if they don't believe you, even if they, just like the same thing that happened to Joseph when the Pharaoh's wife lied on him. Same situation. But in the end, he ended up being a prosperous man. He was still blessed, despite the fact that they actually put him in jail over a lie. How many of us have been lied on? Oh, we've been lied on so many times for so long from different type of people. Whether they're narcissistic, abusive, soulless, whatever the case is, someone lied on you, and they lied about something really serious. They literally tried to assassinate your character. They literally wanted to destroy your reputation because their life was going to shit. And someone's got to pay for it, right? So they wanted you to pay for it. They wanted to destroy one of God's chosen. Somebody that... And how do you know? We don't even have to ask, how do you know if you're chosen? Just the act of you being persecuted for no reason. The act of you having a clean record spiritually, and they still want to come at you. They still want to convince people that you're this and you're that, when that's not what you are. You know who you are. You know where you've been. You know what you've done. You know these things. And God knows your heart. God knows your soul. But these people here, these strange individuals that want to talk about you, spread lies to their family. Of course their family is going to believe it. Their family will always side with them to go against you. That's what they do. They gang up on you, and then they play these mind games to make you think that you're this awful person. Do you know how destructive it is to the mind to try to convince an innocent person that they're awful, that they're terrible people, that they were in the wrong, that they're the ones who are abusive? Abusive people will literally try to convince you that you're abusive, that you're the manipulative one, when they were the ones who were plotting against you since the very beginning. They wanted to bury you. They wanted to bury you in that pit that they dug for you, as the saying goes, but turns out they're going to end up falling in that, so I guess it was worthwhile that they dug that hole, because it's gonna get used, but it's not gonna be used by you. You see, they're gonna fall in that same trap that they try to set up for you. The way that you survive the smear campaign is step one. not giving a fuck. That's first of all. And it's not easy. Some people say that. But here's this. Not only should you not give a fuck, but also you need to know who you are. And this is really testing the faith that you have, not only in God, but in yourself as a person. How much do you know yourself? How much do you know? How much do you remember? You know who you are. You know what you've done. So why the hell do we care about what the lies that they're saying? Because it tarnishes their reputation. And that's heartbreaking. Let me tell you this. One important thing to keep in mind is that when you're going through the smear campaign, you must not try to explain yourself to any of these clowns that they send your way, or to anybody that they use to harass you or to make you, to bother you, to disturb your spirit. Do not argue with them. Don't get loud with them, even if they say some crazy shit, some disrespectful things. Don't go there, because they want to get that reaction out of you. They want to get that angry, crazy looking reaction so they could say, see, look, that's why I don't deal with them, because look, she got anger issues. Oh, she's crazy. Or he got anger issues. He's crazy, whatever the case is. They want that reaction so that it becomes, all the lies they said about you can look believable. That's why they do that. I've had smear campaigns done on me. It was pretty fucked up. One of them was a soulless one. I talked about him in my video titled The Supernatural Battle Between the Soulless and the Chosen. In that video, I talked about a soulless one that SA'd me when I was 13, man. And this person, they tried to smear my name so that nobody could believe me. So that nobody could believe that I was a victim of SA, and psychological warfare, as well as spiritual warfare from this person, and heard through the grapevine possible curses that he tried to put on me. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother Pandora's box that we're just going to leave it alone for now. But in this video, I'm telling you, it's a lot of things that they'll do to you. This is let me give you an example, right? So going back to the smear campaign, they will do everything in their power to make you look crazy. They already talked a lot of shit about you to those that support them, to those that have undying loyalty to these liars. More than likely, these people are the same as them, So they smear your name, and then they do things to get a reaction, to get a negative reaction out of you. This may come in the form of starting arguments or saying stupid stuff to you, disrespect, harassment. All these things can come into play, but also they can also use witchcraft to mess with your mind. They can do that as well. All these different things can literally have an effect on your neurological makeup, because the mind is very malleable. It can mold over time. And when you're around these abusive, toxic individuals that want to destroy your life, well, of course, they're going to do all kinds of stuff to mess with your head so that you start to go against yourself. And then soon enough, their goal is to make you blame yourself so that they are absolved from accountability from all of the wicked actions that they've done against you. They don't want you to be smart. They don't want you to be sharp. They want you to be, they want your mind to be dull. They want you to not have a mind of your own, or to not have the ability to break down all of this stuff, because this stuff can be disturbing, but if you've been through a lot, if you've been through disturbing things already, you heal from it. If you know how to beat PTSD, if you know how to recover, you're in the recovery stage of all these things, nothing can stop you. You are an unstoppable force. You're a very powerful force at this point, and there's nothing they can do about it but to hate you and to attempt to destroy you. But peace, the peace that lives inside you, is your power. And it's easier said than done, but once you accomplish it, You're going to feel it. You're going to feel the difference. Okay? Nothing can touch you. How do I know? Because I've reached that point. I've reached that point. Do you know how much psychological warfare I've encountered? Okay? And I gave you an example of it. And there's so many different versions of it after that. You know, it's like after encountering two soulless individuals in my childhood, right? Two individuals that SA'd me in childhood. Guess what? I have a lot of insight. I have a lot of wisdom at this point, because the healing process has allowed me to process the most disturbing memories and be able to find my way out of that destructive I found a way out of that destructive loop that I was in, because they condition your brain, you know. So they condition your brain to go on self-destruct mode. Once you know how to get out of that, you know, and you do a lot of you start to do a lot of studying, knowledge seeking, all these different things, spiritual growth, that's a big one. You are going to become a powerful force, you know. And that's what I did. And the smear campaign, like I said, it pisses you off. It will piss you off. It really will. It's supposed to piss you off. That's the thing. It's supposed to make you mad, because you want to constantly defend yourself. That's the thing. They want you to constantly explain yourself, and you're draining all the energy out of you. Like, you are wasting your time trying to make scumbags believe that you're a good person. They know you're a good person. Let me tell you that. They know that you're a good person. That's why they try to destroy you. That's why they targeted you, because you being good, you being a decent human being, you having standards, you upholding righteousness, you know, not self-righteousness. I'm talking about just righteousness, just a person with a moral code. The act of you having integrity, the act of you having these things, it makes these soulless people, or these degenerate people, it makes them feel like shit. So what they do is they try to now smear your name, and then whether or not they believe you're actually good, I don't know. Maybe they do. Sometimes they do, or they don't want to believe that you're good. How about that? Which means, in essence, they know you're good, but they don't want to believe it. You see, because there's no evidence of you being otherwise. So they're forced to accept the fact that you're an amazing and exceptional human being, and they don't like it because that's not what they are. You emphasize how fucked up they are, especially if you came from a lot of trauma and you still ended up becoming a very exceptional human being. And I know, because I've experienced that. I know I'm amazing, you know. And we don't say that out of arrogance. We say that out of confidence, because we know all the work that it takes to get to where we're at right now. You know, we could have made all kinds of excuses to hurt people, to be evil, to do this stupid shit out here. But we chose to boss up, whether in every area of our life. We decided to take accountability and do what needs to be done. That's what we chose to do. And these people get mad at us because we do that, because we show them what they're not doing. And what do? Smear your name so that it makes them feel like better about themselves, so that they don't have to take accountability for the dirty shit they try to do behind your back, or they probably already did it behind your back, or they attempted to they wanted to use you so they can use you up, but they couldn't, because you see right through them. The act of you seeing right through them, oh hell no, now you're a threat. So there you go, smear campaign. How do you survive it? Like I said, by not giving a fuck. And also, don't explain yourself to them, because it's a waste of energy. The more you explain yourself, you're giving them ammunition for them to throw it back at you. So they're going to constantly project onto you. They're going to project what they wanted to do to you onto you, to make it like they want to make you look like them, basically. And I think I already said that part. But another thing too, an important point, is you're going to have to get away from these people. You have got to cut them off. Cut off anybody associated with the person that's lying on you. Get away from them. You're going to have to move out of town. In some cases, move out of state. If you can't do that, you're going to have to just stand tall and proud in a good way. Not the bad proud, but you know what I mean? Like, you have to really stand in your power. Now the faith in yourself is being tested. You're being tested at this moment. Now, if it's dangerous, if you're in a position where these people want to hurt you, these people want to delete you because they're believing these terrible lies about you, and I know because I've seen something similar. When a person lies about something real serious, it can actually put you in a position where you get targeted to be deleted by a group of people because this person said a lie about you that's pretty serious, and these people believe it because they believe whatever they're told, even if it's a fucking lie. These people are disgusting. Those who bear false witness are going to be destroyed. It's a reason why God made one of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not bear false witness. Bearing false witness is when you lie on someone. When you lie on the integrity of somebody, you destroy somebody's reputation. That takes money out of their pocket, and that takes away their peace, and that is literally an injustice because you're doing that to someone who's innocent. You're doing that to somebody who didn't do anything to you or to anyone to deserve that kind of shit. Didn't do anything wrong, but they want to lie on this person and make them look like they're this despicable human being that the slanderer is. The slanderer is the one that did that to you, the abuser. The abuser became the accuser, right? How dare the abuser accuse you of some shit that they did to you? That's how it is. And that is why it brings a lot of anger out of you. You see, and that's the whole point. They want to piss you off. So you have to maintain composure. Be calm. Be gentle. Practice the art of the gentle fist spiritually. The gentle fist, what? I got that from Naruto. One of the characters' name is Neji. And that's the movement he makes. You know, I think it's 64, what is it, 8 palms? I forgot what it's called, but they call it the gentle fist. And it hits different points of the body. But that's a whole nother, that's an anime talk. But what I'm saying is, what I mean by that is you cannot be aggressive. You can be assertive, but don't be aggressive. You know what I mean? It's a certain balance that we have to have when we react to that. But the best thing to do is to not react. You know what I mean? But it's kind of hard if you have to be around these people. But again, if your life is in danger, being around a certain group of individuals that this person lied on, like they lied about you to these people and they're trying to set you up to get deleted, it's best to get the hell away from them. You see, because it's dangerous at that point. And you have to, you have to think smart. You got to move with wisdom because obviously if it's just one of you, if it's just you and it's a group of people, obviously I would not be wise to be around them. You would have to leave the vicinity, get the hell out of Dodge, There's a lot of terrible people, man, I'm telling you. And it can be hard because when you try to explain this to somebody, they're going to say, well, you must have did something for them to want to come after you like that. Actually, no. Ask Jesus Christ himself. Ask Yeshua, because Yeshua was an innocent man that got crucified. So what do you have to say about that? He didn't do anything wrong, but guess what? That didn't stop the Pharisees from sacrificing him. That didn't stop the Pharisees from gang stalking him until they put him on the cross, or all that. Before the cross, they tortured him as he was carrying that cross. So there you go. You see? So that's what I hate about that like you can't tell everybody what is going on when it comes to this narcissistic abuse kind of thing, this psychological warfare, because they don't understand. They're gonna think, well, you must have did something for them to do that. Here's the thing about abusers: you don't need to do anything to an abuser for them to abuse you. They simply abuse you. Why? Because they're abusers, obviously. So when people have not ever been through abuse, specifically narcissistic abuse, they don't understand. They don't get it. They don't understand anything. They think you're crazy. So that's why it's best to equip yourself with knowledge, build a relationship with God, pray for strong discernment and intuition, heal from past wounds and past traumas so that you could see clearly, so that you don't react out of emotion, because the amygdala, which is a part of the brain that is in charge of emotional reactions, is overactive when you have unhealed traumas and when you suffer from things like PTSD, such as what I had. But now I have gained better control of my mind, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. And you can also get into that so that you can become an empowered individual and not become someone that is being tortured psychologically by these individuals who have no soul. Always remember that you are able to ascend. You have the power to ascend, but those who lack a soul cannot come up there. Why? Because souls don't exist in a realm that is eternal. And with that being said, I thank you for listening. Gloria a Yahweh que nos trae el agua, and take care.